everybody. Welcome to Realtor Reputation. We are at season 3, episode 5. Yay.
Woo!
Yay, here we are. We have an exciting show for you, podcast. I don't know. Whatever.
I know, somebody was asking, like, do we video our podcast? Are we a vlog? Or are we a pod? I don't know.
Don't people video a podcast now?
They do.
I mean,
they do
everybody
both.
does.
Yeah.
Both. Anyway, so like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. We are... Oh, well, I haven't even told you. I'm going to try to up our subscribers. We have
some contests coming up.
Yeah. So, needless to say, thank you for watching and tuning in. But let's just jump right in on in our mom moment of the week. And what have you been up to?
Oh, I've just been a, normal Uber driver. I've been the one of the only parents who's been volunteering for lacrosse. So I'm now the timekeeper, the scorekeeper. I have no idea how to even play lacrosse, except they cradle a stick and then they throw it into a goal. I don't know. But I just sit there and I'm like, what number is that? And I can't see. So I'm like, hold on a minute. Who just made that goal? Anyways, so I've been doing that, and I've been going to all day Saturday track meets. I think we talked about that.
Yeah. We had a break though.
You had a break. I haven't had mine yet.
We had a break because they did just the field for a tournament, and then the runners.
Yeah, so Abby's a runner,
one,
so she was at the running one.
Yeah, so we did that, but
yeah, so we're doing that. But my mom moment, I think more so was Abby's been dealing with a little mean girl issues at school. So,
that's not good.
Huh?
I said that's no good.
No, but I was very, very proud of her. It's really funny. I think I talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like one day I'm going to write a book about public school versus private school, because I think I really have a great grasp on kids going to both and the pros and cons to each experience.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I think they both have great things, and I think they're both things. It's almost like it's kind of like if you could put them together, they'd be the perfect place. But the private school thing is a little bit interesting. So I don't know, I think we talked about a couple weeks ago, there was a really awful incident at one of the local high schools where some girls dragged another girl into a bathroom and beat her up.
Yeah,
and it was
really,
really terrible.
Yeah.
Which is I can't believe this is happening in today's day and age. So I'm a very open mom. So when Mark and I see these things, we bring it home and we have a discussion with our kids.
Yeah.
And kind of
teachable
hey, if don't ever go or don't ever let somebody. So funny to say, a couple of days later, these two girls are that are related are really, we kind of came out, they were bothering Abby, so she's been hiding in classrooms at lunch.
Oh, poor baby.
And after track practice, they tried to take her into the bathroom.
No.
Yeah. Or behind the snack shack.
What the heck?
Yeah, and she was really smart. She's like, no, I'm not going anywhere with you. You can talk to me here.
Yeah.
And they proceeded to scream and yell at her and swear at her in her face. And some of her friends came over. Some of the kids videoed it. And then we finally got to the point where we had to escalate it from the school counselor to the administration, which has been helping.
Oh my gosh, that's so...
But it's
It's just frightening too, because all of these kids, it's all over social media.
Yeah.
Everybody has their phone up. And if a confrontation happens.
It bothers me, and we talked about this, and the main reason about talking about the Windsor or incident at the high school that happened was because we're there's somebody literally filming it instead of going to get help.
Right.
So it was kind of cool for Abby where she had...
but on the other hand, that's what... I remember in high school,
that's
a fight broke out. It's not like somebody's
everyone used to stand in a circle, right?
Yeah,
there was no filming that happened. It was more like you got your stuff beat out of you behind the water fountain after school.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a whole new level, and then the videos are shared. And anyway, so it was just a little bit frightening because one of the things we just want, no matter what, we always talk about, our kids don't have to have straight A's and they don't have to be the D1 athlete. In our family, they don't. Yeah. A lot of families, that's not the case. But in ours, we just want them to have a safe, normal learning environment. And
I tell people, I just try to raise kind humans.
Yeah. Kind, productive humans. Yes. But anyway, so that was a little bit eye-opening for us and a little bit, so I've been kind of distracted, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. How about you? Did you have a better time than I did?
So
you had spring break.
So we had spring break, and it was good. But my son really wants to ski, and he skis. He doesn't snowboard, but he wants to learn how to snowboard. So my husband felt that let's go buy him a snowboard.
Before even trying it?
Well, he tried it when we went to Park City last year.
Okay, so he's at least tried it.
He's tried it. And Bea decided she didn't want to go because, it's hard because she's playing varsity softball. And of course, the days that we were going to go are the days that they decided to have practice on spring break.
I mean, that's really
So-
hard.
and
And if you don't go, you kind of get punished.
Well, that's exactly right. She's like, if I don't go, I want to be able to play in the next game. And anyway, long story, but she decided she wanted to stay home. So my mom stayed home with her. Great, fine. But so we had Callan bring a friend, and his friend snowboards. So he skied the first day, and then he's like, okay, let me go bring my new snowboard out, which anyway, that's a whole other story in itself. So he snowboards, and Keith and I decided we had work to do. So we just brought our laptops. We sat down in the lodge. I had myself a little Irish coffee,
Woo!
sitting there working.
Little hot
enjoying-
toddy.
I mean, that was relaxing for me. The reason I snowboard usually, but it was actually very disappointing for me because this season, my doctor had advised me I probably shouldn't get on a snowboard. I will hurt myself because I fell really hard the last time that I did.
Because you're not 20.
Because I'm not. And it's
Isn't
really
it sad, like when your mobility kind of like, and you have to like think about like the
Yeah.
consequence. Like if you get hurt,
I'm going to be out for 60.
and that affects
It's
your
that.
business, your clients,
Yep.
your family life. It's like it's
Yeah.
right. You have to like kind of give up your fun, like in a way, like
In a way, yeah.
because you have so many like responsibilities, and being hurt like when
Totally.
you're older is painful.
And it's my husband's having a hard time because I really was like, I have to stay firm. I can't do it because I don't want to get hurt. And it's not like I don't fall when we go,
No,
but what if I do, right? So I'm at this like weird stage. I've only snowboarded. I've never been a skier. And everyone's like, skiing so much easier. Yeah, but learning that at 40, I'll be 43. Learning that at 43, if I fall, I'm still going to fall hard. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so I sat in the lodge and I was like, I'm going to enjoy my best life. I had some work to do, but it's still relaxing enough for me where I can work at my own time, right? So there was that. But anyway, that's what my spring break was.
I think you just need a snowmobile.
Yeah, right?
You could just be like, hey guys.
No, I told my husband I just need to go on a beach for spring break.
that works.
I mean, I'd rather just sit and read a book and live my best life.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That's
so
my favorite kind of
so Callan decided he wanted to snowboard for a short period of time. He lasted about 2 hours, and then he's like, "I'm coming down to get my skis," and I was like,
It's not fun being not very good at
And that's exactly. So anyway, it was a good spring break. Although I was bummed because Bea wasn't there.
So that's kind of hard.
Yeah, but then we came home and we did stuff with her, and
Yeah, we have our spring breaks coming up, but they're have two different.
it's so weird. We had spring break in March, which you might as well just call it a ski week because
Yeah,
it's usually around Easter, right?
Yeah.
And that's in April. Anyway,
yeah, it's all messed up.
yeah,
It is
what
what
else?
it is.
But I'm gonna put in our kind of mom moment section. How do you feel about the new MLS change?
To be honest, I opened
I guess
it.
we should probably explain to people what
I
that means.
opened and closed it
Yeah.
because I was like, why in our busy season, spring, summer is our busy season, and it used to just be all year, but now we talked about this back to season.
Yeah.
again. Why would you do this to us? This is so freaking mean.
So they changed our MLS, just the structure, the overall look, navigating,
Dashboards, like
dashboard.
how to make it function for a human. That's
So
busy.
it's like handing somebody an iPhone and they've never owned an iPhone and they're like, wait, how do I, or like if you hand me an Android, I would not be able to use it.
That's a great example.
I'll be like, how do you find your
how do you
photos?
get to the email?
So that's what we're dealing
Well,
with
and
right now.
just now before this, we were laughing because one of our colleagues was in here and he's all, how do you get to the tax record? And it had he's all, why would they have a dollar sign? I'm like, because you pay taxes. I don't know. It's just like these stupid like icons. It's like, what does this even mean?
I load it up and I close it down and I'm just like, there's other apps and programs and such that we can use.
Yeah, but it's just like when you're busy, like our time is so limited right now. I don't want to have to sit there and take these videos on how to do something.
I just want to see what's new to market, people.
Luckily, I had set my hot sheet up on Zenlist, which is another platform.
Yeah.
And like kind of fumbled through that a few months ago, so I kind of have an idea. So I think I'll try that.
I need to fumble through a lot of stuff. So I think that's what my weekend will look like.
Yeah, mine too.
Is pretty much treat and navigate our MLS. So there's that. Okay, let's go to our next section. Swiftie standout of the week. I would like to highlight, we just had a really great event yesterday. We're talking real estate today, I guess. So myself with a few others, have been planning for a few months now. One of the agents approached us, and she had this really great idea to create this women networking group within our brokerage. And we kind of took that and we rolled with it, and we just had our first event yesterday.
It was amazing. It was so great. And I think like the concept behind it was also great because when I started at Vanguard almost 8 years ago, it'll be 8 years in May already, which is crazy. It was very small. So like you kind of knew, like, there's a couple offices in the city, there's Healdsburg. You kind of knew people, or you knew of them, or you knew their names. Well, we have had this exponential growth in the last,
which is great. It's
4 years. Yeah. We're now in the East Bay. We're in Lafayette. We just opened an Oakland office.
Berkeley,
Napa, right?
It's coming.
Berkeley's coming. I mean, we're just kind of all over. I found out yesterday we even have an office satellite in Florida.
We do?
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
And we have one in Palm Springs. Yeah. Our friend Nori works there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's just kind of neat. But the hard part about that growth is you don't know people. And I think like we have a great program here where you can, like, if you were moving out of state or moving somewhere, we have like something called Luxury Presence where we can like find agents that way. And then we also have like our in-house kind of recruiter. But sometimes it's just really nice to say, hey, April, I remember meeting you at the ninja training we went to. I really connected with you. We kind of do business the same way. I have these great clients.
Right.
And you feel like kind of good handing it off to a friend, right? Like somebody you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to call somebody that I don't know. I mean, I have, and I do it for my clients all the time, but I think it's just kind of nice. And honestly, like, I don't sell buildings in San Francisco. I wouldn't even know where to park.
That's exactly right.
I mean,
how to get in, or how to,
The ladies the other day were like, oh, like, how does it work, with your town? I'm like, oh, every week, every town has like a day that we have a meeting, to learn about the new listings and network. But like, they like divide up like the city in like quadrants, and then you have to like run in.
I would have no idea.
I don't know. We're going to go one day, and I think we'll have Dylan film us. We're going to go on San Francisco tour for
God, that would be so fun.
Right? We're going to take a little field trip. Maybe Alana will take us out or something.
I love it. So anyway, so this event was about just connection and creating connections agent to agent within our community in our brokerage. Women supporting women is huge everywhere. But obviously it's important to us because even with this podcast, that was the whole reason for it is to connect, and we're working moms and
collaborate. Like, there's enough business to go around.
Totally.
And why reinvent the wheel like the MLS? We're all busy. We don't want to reinvent stuff. Like, if we could share an idea or say, like, this is how I do it.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of like the thing in the East Bay, and like they're new, but even in the city, it's like very male centric. Yeah. There, so some of the ladies were like, women event, like, there's women, like, give me, like, they work in offices where there's like one or two women and they're all males, and they, you kind of crave that like time, and the men have their own networking, so.
Well, even beyond that, I mean, within our brokerage, I mean, obviously we're creating this, but other brokerages have the same kind of events that they do. So anyway, but it was great. I want to also, not to disregard that, because I think it was amazing. It was a great turnout. We're going to have more of them. So stay tuned. They're coming. But I feel like Shannon had mentioned, I don't even know the story yet, but we are starting a new segment that is called We Can't Make This can we say?
Yeah.
Yeah, bleep. We can't make this bleep up, because
part of I think starting this podcast, and we've shared some stories, are like things that really happen in real life that nobody talks about, or that like nobody would believe because you watch these dumb shows that are scripted and fake on TV. So part of this, I asked permission to share this. So part of our little thing yesterday was we had to like share a little fun fact that nobody knows about us. And so and then we had like kind of speed dating where we had to go around and like
Did you love the idea?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so much
good.
fun because
Yeah.
it was a great icebreaker because we didn't have to come up with it.
Right.
So it made it easier. Like, okay, this is the question we have to talk about.
So everybody had a fun fact on their name tag, and then we did like speed dating routes. 15 minutes, you have a group, and we gave everybody a topic. So
So there was this lovely lady from the Castro, I think she was from.
Uh-huh.
And she was older and been doing real estate a very long time. And, you know, I look at her name tag and she says, I'm a red belt in karate. And I said, wow, that's like really impressive. And
I don't even know the levels of belts.
well, I think it's like 2 away from a black belt.
Okay.
So she's like, oh, it's been life changing. I'm like, well, I guess. I mean, you're kind of like walking down the Castro. You might, and like some streets of the city. Like I've been to the Orpheum lately. You might want to have some
in your-
karate.
in your back pocket.
And she's like, yeah, it's been great, you know. And she goes, I work, and she has an accent. I think she's like German. She goes, I do bank owned, foreclosures.
Uh-huh.
And I said, oh, so like you have to, like do you bring people with you? Oh, no. I go knock on the doors. This little lady just knocks on these doors. This could be like scary,
Yeah.
especially in the city. You're like foreclosed. Like, hi, you need to get out of your house. The
Right.
bank's taking it over. So she says, yeah, the other day I knock on the door. Nobody comes. I knock again. And this man comes and I look down and he's just got his penis hanging out. And I was like, did you use your karate? Like, what did you do? And she said, no, I took a picture of it. And I said, I need to come in the house.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, did he put it away? And she goes, no, but I'm not interested in that. I just need to get in the house.
oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
No!
Oh my God. And I can see her too, just like, get out of the way.
I'm like, so he let you in? And she's like, yeah. So she, I guess, went in, took her pictures, basically told him, like, the house is getting foreclosed, still had his junk out, and she left. Can't make this up.
You can't make it
Real
up.
Estate 101.
You can't
this
make it
week's
up.
story.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And it was just so funny. And I can't even do it justice because I wish she could have come
Yeah.
on to tell the story.
Yeah.
But, here we think, like, I always talk about, like, my craziest moment we've shared before was getting chased off with a shotgun on a
Right.
country property. And I'm
Right.
like, well, at least I didn't have somebody with their junk hanging out,
I don't have any crazy stories like that. I mean, believe me, I don't want any crazy
No,
stories.
you don't. You don't.
Like,
But can
No,
you
thanks.
imagine?
no.
Like, what would you do?
I would probably just
I
go
would
to-
just be stunned. Well, first of all, I would never feel confident enough or safe enough to go knock on somebody's door.
True. I mean, but people, that's part of this business is door knocking.
Right.
So,
It's just not for me. But
no,
people do it all the time.
not for me either. I mean, maybe if I'm like promoting an open house or something like that, I'll door knock.
But I mean, people aren't going to be very happy with you when you knock on the door and you're like, oh, by the way, the house is getting foreclosed on.
Yeah.
You have to get out.
It's a little different.
It's a little bit different. You're kind of the enemy.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
There's my new segment.
Wow, I love it. Shannon, you're creative. I love it. We can't make this up. Well, although that was the majority of our podcast. We
just can't.
We can.
So wait, what is the other, we want to talk about like possibly doing like a fun event for our moms and women?
Oh yeah, so let's talk about this. So we last year did a pool party and we had great success with our pool party. We hosted at the Flamingo. So Shannon and I have been pondering our next event that we want to do to promote, and Shannon has an amazing idea.
So we're thinking of doing what's it called? There's a great store in Petaluma. It's a woman-owned business, and she has several of them in Marin. It's called Bella, and they do these like really fun sip and shop events where they host it. And we're thinking of maybe filming like kind of like the pool party, like a little podcast there.
Yeah.
And then they have like their staff will help like style you, and they have food.
Is it
and wine.
Is it clothing?
It's clothing and
Okay.
jewelry and like accessories.
Cute.
But they like host these in the evening. It's like super casual. And then the fun part is we'll have like different drawings. There's like gift certificates. And so we'll have like fun little gift baskets and
I'm
stuff
down.
that we can, give. And it's just kind of like a fun mom's night out. We'll have some other surprises. Like last time we had the hat bar, but we'll have some other little fun things that you can come and do. But I think it's just like, It works really well because usually it's like, I don't know, from like 6 to 8 or something.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people are kind of dropping their kids off at sports, and so you can maybe have a little time to just come
Pop in.
shop, pop in. So
I love
we're
it.
gonna post more details about that.
I'm
And
thinking
it's
probably
for-
like Mayish.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
kind of like a Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that could be really fun to have like a special little Mother's Day, Mother's Treat Yourself Day.
Love it, love it. So if you are interested in our event, please reach out on
Comment
Instagram,
below.
comment wherever you know where to find us.
We're gonna come up with a post, and stuff will be on our Instagram.
Yep,
about it.
absolutely.
And then we'll do like a electronic RSVP list.
Although I feel like another pool party is
Well,
like,
I think we need to have that. But
Yeah.
maybe we do that like as a kickoff this year. Like,
it's a good idea.
I was thinking just because May sometimes gets busy, or beginning of June, like
True
maybe
that.
we do it like a back to school bash.
Plus
for
the weather's
moms.
nice.
Yeah, because I feel like the weather is like so nice in late August.
Yeah.
I mean, kids go back to school at the beginning of August. Like, I almost feel
I
like
know.
we should do like a late August pool party.
Actually, first day of school party, we send our kids off.
Yes, I did that one year. I booked us the cabanas up at Coppola one
Love
year
it.
because it was so my birthday is August 20th.
Uh-huh.
So a few times school started on my birthday.
Perfect.
So this one year I was like, well, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah, okay, great. And I also share my birthday with my brother, so it's always my brother's birthday. Even though I was born first.
sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. But I'm like, so I booked these things, and I told all my mom friends that I'm like, meet at my house at drop off. So
Oh my
we
God,
met,
that's such
and then
a
we
great
went to-
idea.
my dad at the time drove us all to Coppola so we could have their little wine slushies
Love
in
it.
the pool, and then my husband picked us up after work and brought us all home.
Perfect. So, well, it sounds like we have some fun stuff in store for you. It's coming soon. So pay attention to Instagram. I need to be better about Instagram. Sorry. I work full time.
I mean, and April's really good at the design part of it. That's not really my forte, but she's she's our promoter.
Thank you. But I now have, no joke, like 6 Instagrams that I like manage. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a lot.
And if you know anybody that wants to be our intern, we're gladly taking an Instagram intern.
Yes, yes. Please call us.
Yes.
So anyway, that's it for episode 5. I hope you all enjoyed it. And
Yes, and if you're going on your spring break, have a great week.
yes, enjoy. All right.
Stay tuned.
Bye.